It's Wednesday morning. And ain't God good? And won't He do it? Oh, yes, He will. Oh, yes, He will. And I'm listening to probably saying, Lee Craft, Lee Craft, Lee Craft. You say the same thing every morning. I'm going to say Enoch, Ewok, Enoch. That means y'all sure know what to say. Look, it's Wednesday morning, right? And I don't have a title for my show. Should I title my show, You Can't Say Everything to Me? You need to choose your words carefully. You should, I don't know what I should title my show, but before we get started, if you have any comments or concerns, please email me at leecraftwhatif@gmail.com or go to Anchor, Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, all those beautiful apps. Look for the animated black man with a white beard smiling and profiling and finally, y'all trying to size me up. This is the thing that people, other day, or yesterday as a matter of fact, called a partner of mine and said, how was doing? I said, man, hey man, how you doing, man? I said, crap, man, don't ask me how I'm doing, man. And when you ask me how I'm doing, man, you take me back to the place I just left. I just left the doctor's office. You take me back there. I said, what? I said, okay. I said, I understand. So we just talking. I said, I understand. I said, Grandma, I'm going to call you back. I said, okay. Call me back. Call me, 777-9311. I'm like, I don't understand people sometimes. My wife and I had a conversation about this a while ago about people when they're sickly, they get angry, they get bitter, and they'll ask themselves, like, why me? And I said, why not you? If it was me, why not you? When my wife got sick, her blood pressure was over 1,000, and they said she should have been in a coma or been dead. You know what I'm saying? And when she was in the hospital for those days, instead of trying to get her blood pressure down, people would call me and say, Lee, how your wife doing? She's getting better. I didn't blow up and go off because of her situation. I just said she's doing okay. And I said to myself, I reflect back when I had another partner of mine who was sickly and everything, and he was going through certain things and stuff, right? And he had marriage issues, and my wife was going through separation, going through a divorce. Imagine going to the hospital, you gotta get your leg amputated, and your significant other is not there. You know what I'm saying? So he went through all those things and everything, man. And I used to call him sometimes, man. My father was in the hospital, I used to go back and visit me. My daughter used to go back and visit him. Master go back and visit him all the time. He till they got away. He said, crap, man, you don't know how much that meant to me, man. He said, you saved me, man. I said, save you? He said, man, you owe me nothing. Everything I do is free will, man. And one day, I called him and asked him, hey, man, good morning. I said, good morning. He said, what's so good about it? I said, you here? And? I said, man, so what's going on, man? He said, man, crap, man, a good day to you might not be a good day to me. So I had to let him marinate for a minute. So one day I called him and said, morning, And he said, now we get somewhere, crap. But my thing is, though, one day I called him and said, crap, man, you don't understand my situation, man. I said, explain to me, help me understand what you're going through, brother. He said, crap, man, when I got to get up in the morning, in the middle of the night, man, to go use the bathroom, man, I stand up, man, and I fall down, I don't have one leg. I said, well, hell, is that my fault? You knew you had one leg before you stood up. He said, crap. He started laughing. He said, crap, man, you right, man, you wrong, you right. So, no, man. So, look, man, my job, man, is to be supportive to you, man, to get you out of what you're going through, man. Now, that could have happened to anybody. A lot of people lost their leg. A lot of people don't have no arm. A lot of people don't have no limb, no nothing, man. But it's still going on, man. So don't make a situation, man, every time I say something, man, about good morning or morning, whatever it is, man, that you get mad about that, man. Now, if it got to be that way, I'm going to stop, basically just stop coming around, man, because I don't need to go through all that beat down, man. And back to my other partner who said that, crap, man, when he said, how am I doing, man, he take me back to the place I just left. I said, if I ask you how you doing, and you go back to the place that you just left, that means you never left that place you just left. You still there. So don't blame me for that. You know what I'm saying? I said, look, man, what we're going to do is we're going to keep it simple, man. If I got to talk to you, man, and I got to be selective in my words and stuff, man, I can't say what's going on with the conversation, man. And you can say, you have free will to say anything you want to say to me. We're not boys, man. We're not having a real conversation. Our conversation is just narrated. And I don't do narration, man, unless it's on both sides. So we'll keep it simple, man. You don't worry about me talking to you no more. No, all I'm saying is this, people. People gotta understand. As you get older, man, your body's gonna change. You're gonna have health issues and all those things. If my health is good and yours is failing or roles are switched, you know what I'm saying? I pray to God I don't be like that. Be an angry sick person. You know what I'm saying? If I have my mood, let me keep what I'm going through on the inside. For I don't want to implode doing all those things, but at the same time, I know whatever God is doing, it had to happen. You know, shoot, man. I didn't plan on my wife being sick. I didn't plan on my wife had like she had lupus, going to radiation to them in the house 3 days, doing radiations, man. And hell, I could come out of the house lime green. You know, radiation making bright colors, right? But we're doing what we're doing. So I'm not trying to make my problem your problem by going off on you. So people, if you have people in your life that are doing you like that, we don't have to accept that. I don't care if you give them birth to it. That's been my mother. I gave birth to my mother, and I said some things like that to her. And she'll tell me, "Well, son, I know I'm your mother and everything, son, but lose my number, lose my house number, lose everything." That she want to say that, but because I never did that. You know what I'm saying? But my mama, man, she says, I don't have time for all this nonsense, this pity party, and all those things. Life is life. Deal with whatever God put in front of you, man, and God will continue to bless you, man. Don't push people away who care about you. That's all I'm saying to people. People do that. My wife said, Lee, you don't understand, Lee, when things happen to them, Lee, man, they feel like it's the end of the world and stuff, right? And they want to beat you down. They beat me down too much too easily, because I'm gonna tell them bye. But she said, Lee, you different. I said, no, I'm gonna try to hang in there with you until I can't. But you keep on doing what you're doing. If you're trying to control my words, that's when I take my word with me. I'd be like NSYNC, bye, bye, bye. Man, look, life is too good to be unhappy. If you only knew the things that I've gone through in my life, you know what I'm saying? Shoot, man, you know what? I rather take this this blindness or this amputation of my leg and stuff, man, to deal with you. Got to deal with Lee crap. That's all I'm saying, people. That's all I'm saying. People don't want to be there for you. Allow them to be there for you with no strings attached, with no stipulations attached. Because if you keep on pushing them away, you can push them out of your life. That's all I'm saying, people. That's all I'm saying. So be like Lee Craft and try to hang it until you can't. That's what I'm gonna do. When I can't do that, I can't do it no more. So I'm done. I'm gonna say a little prayer for you. God bless all my friends, family, and everybody that's going through dealing with him and stuff. Pray that he change his thought process and treat them better than what he treated them. That's all I can do for you. That's all I can do for you. Just pray for you and hope you get better. Because nobody wants to be abused. I don't care who it is. Nobody wants to be abused. Except what God is giving you and stuff. Because it could have been worse. It could have been worse, I worked at St. Jude for a while. You walk through that hospital, and you see those parents' faces and their kids in between worlds of life and death. Don't know when the next moment they might pass away. But the one thing I've always seen when I pass through them, see them children, they always have a smile on their face, even when they're in pain. They must have a smile on their face. So, like I said, to me, that's priceless. It's priceless. So that's why I always try to make time with people who deserve my time. If you don't deserve my time, I take my time so well, because time will not stand still, and I'm not gonna let you waste time on some nonsense. Know who you are, be who you are, and there you are doing amazing things. But like I always said though, no matter what you're going through, I can guarantee you one thing: it's going to be okay. I can guarantee you that as long as you make God a part of your life, it's going to be okay. So, like I said, people, if you have some loved ones that are sickly, that are bitter, try to find a way to make them better than what they are. And if they can't be better than what they are, have that one-on-one, that real conversation. Let them know, hey, if you keep on treating me the way you treat me and stuff, I'm not gonna come visit you anymore. I'm not gonna come do X, Y, and Z anymore. Is that wrong? Depends on who. It depends. You don't have to go through that verbal abuse. You don't have to go through none of those things that you're going through, because you're showing your love by being there for your loved one. If they don't want you there, they keep doing what you're doing and stuff, push you away. They're gonna push you out of their lives and everything. You may come back and be a mother, so see if they changed. If they haven't changed, you do it again. Come back another 2 months down the line and stuff. And you see me 3 days a week, and turn the 3 months down the line, 4 times a year. So that's all I'm saying, people. That's all I'm saying. So y'all might look at Lee Craft different and stuff, but no, doing the right thing is just that, doing the right thing. Nobody needs to be abused. You know what I'm saying? Because that stuff, it wear and tear on your mind and your brain because you love your loved one. And the hardest part to loving a loved one is not going to see them. You know, that's basically it. So, I hope I didn't offend nobody today. If I did, I apologize. You know, because that's not me. I'm going to try to be there and support my family and friends as much as I possibly can if you want me there. If you don't want me there, keep mistreating me and I won't be there. You know, I'll be there from a distance. You know, you be able to say, Lee Craft! Lee Craft! Hey, it is what it is, right? You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, hopefully you enjoyed the show today. Prayer changes things. So keep praying for those who are going through what they're going through. You know what I'm saying? Because they think you don't understand, but they fail to realize we do understand. We do understand. You don't have to lose a loved one to understand understand death of a loved one. People don't understand that, but I do, and you do too. So with that being said, Lee Craft, this is my podcast. What if you have any comments or concerns, please email me at leecraftwhatif@gmail.com. One band, one sound. Together, we got an opportunity to turn this whole world around. But in order to have a real conversation, you got to have real people if you want to have a real conversation. Have a blessed day, and please find time and make time to tell God thank you.